Tyrann, congratulations. Got a new deal done with the Saints. First question I have to ask you, because some people were asking me about it. How seriously did you consider maybe retiring from football, or was that any thought in your mind?
I think, obviously, man, when you have some success in this league, and then you have, beautiful kids, right? You get up in age. You start thinking about things like that. But I think right now, man, I'm still having fun playing the game. I still love being a part of a team. I still love, challenging myself and getting better. So, I think, right now, man, I'm just looking forward to, suiting it up, for the Saints.
Tyrann, throughout the years that you've played in the NFL, and you do things differently today, maybe in today's age than you did when you were 22, 23, to get ready for a new season. Is there anything differently that you're going to do this offseason to train for the upcoming season?
Well, I think, man, 12 years in, you have a pretty good routine. I'll probably stick with my same routine,
okay.
Man. I've been fortunate to, really been able to, play every game. And I think that's really hard to do in this league. So you take care of your body. You train hard, but you find time for family. You find time to get away. You find time to kind of disconnect from it. But once you get back in it, man, you back in it. So I look forward to the challenges, and like I said, man, just trying to keep getting better. Each and every year.
You got to see the young Patrick Mahomes. Kind of tell us about that, man, because, you look at him and he's a cut above from a quarterback standpoint, even player in the NFL today. Your thoughts on the early Patrick Mahomes and what you've seen the last couple years, and he's just been off the charts good.
Yeah, I mean, he's a special player, man. He's a great teammate. He's one of those guys that, it's fun to be around him, right? And it's even better when you're on his team, So, I mean, he was tough to deal with in practice. Obviously, playing in Kansas City for 3 years, man, I've watched him kind of will us to victory, a lot of times, right? And so he's continuing to do the same things, really, he's done since he came into this league, man, and just put that team on his back and give those guys a chance, each and every year to win a trophy.
Takeaways are always a key in football, and you have been a ball-hawking guy your entire career. We saw the Saints' takeaways increase last season. What's the biggest key to getting those numbers up? Is it just something you have to have, an instinct, or is it something you can really practice?
Yeah, I mean, you have to practice it. I think throughout the spring, throughout training camp, you have to practice taking the ball away. It don't just happen, on Sundays, man. And, with the way the league is now, it's gotten harder to take the ball away. A lot of the rules and, everything is kind of geared towards the offense and, providing those guys everything they need to kind of, score, each and every drive, right? So, but yeah, man, I think, I've been lucky to be able to be around guys that, have taken the ball away. And I think, in return that kind of gives you an opportunity to get your hands on the ball. So, I was happy with the fact that, it wasn't just one or two of us that caught intercepts last year. We had a good number of guys that, got in on the party. And so that's what you want, and that's what you look forward to us, really doing this year. I hope we could be even better, as far as taking the ball away.
Tyrann got a young rookie come in last year, and in watching practice, I would tell Bob, man, that guy's got it. Okay, you can tell. The way the coaches would sort of talk to him and the way he reacted, Jordan Howard, I mean, he looked like he was not a rookie. Like, okay, he had played in this league before, and I know he didn't. Your thoughts on Jordan and his development at that safety position?
Well, man, he's going to be a good player. I really like the kid, man. I think he's really everything you want your child to be, your son to be, man. He's respectable, he's hardworking, and he's one of those guys you can count on. I think, all rookies kind of go through some rough spots. He had the little finger injury that kind of hindered him, for a few weeks. But, man, when he was out there with us, man, he was giving it everything he got. And so he had a few really, really cool and good moments last year. And I think, just him having that experience under his belt and, on top of that, playing with, really good defense, I hope and pray that he could just continue to kind of ascend and get better. But, he's definitely one of my favorite players, man, to just come to work with and work with and play with. He's a good dude.
For you, this will be year 3 in Dennis Allen's scheme. What is it about his system that sets guys up for success?
Yeah, man, I think I think it really just provides really all of us to kind of be on one string. I think in some systems, a lot of things are kind of geared towards the front seven, right, and impacting the quarterback. And I've played in other systems where the secondary was really the strong point, right? And how can we disguise coverages and put us in position to take the ball away? But I think with DA's system, man, I love playing in it because it really allows us to be on one string. And I think over the course of the last 2 years, all the games that we've kind of played well and kind of complemented one another, we've been a really, really, really good defense. And so I think that's what the system really allows us to do. And if we could continue to play well together, from front end to back end, I think all of us can have a whole lot of success and a lot of fun, running around and, playing in that scheme.
The addition last year of Joe Woods and then Marcus comes in to help the secondary. What did they bring to the table to really sort of help out that secondary? Because, man, you look, how many teams have Marshawn Lattimore, Paulson Adebo, who I thought played terrific last year, Alontae Taylor, and then Isaac comes in. He does a great job, too, along with you in the secondary. What did those two guys coming in bring to the table from a coaching standpoint to get the very best out of you?
Yeah, I think, really, man, honestly, both of those guys are, they really have two different approaches, with Coach Woods and M-Rob. I think with Coach Woods, man, he has so much experience in this league, man, almost 30 years. And, he's so detail-oriented, right? He's all about fundamentals, right, and having our eyes in the right spot. And that's going to allow us to, make plays on the football, right, and make plays for the team. And I think M-Rob's attitude is, man, everything's about the football. Like, I don't care how we get it or why we got it. We got to get the football. And I think when you add those two personalities and you kind of bring them in our room, man, like it's fun. It's exciting because, on one hand, we got a coach that's, he's going to harp on all the small things, right? He's going to be anal to say, right? So to say, like, about just all the fundamentals about it, right? But then on the flip side, you have a guy like M-Rob who kind of balances it out, right? Like, and kind of reminds you why you play the game, right? And how good of a feeling it is to get the ball in your hands, right, as a defensive player. So, and then I thought we fed off those guys all year, and I thought that was a big reason why. We were kind of able to jump out the gates, man, and catch interceptions and create turnovers because those guys, man, were harping on that like each and every day.
Tyrann, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. Great that you're back on this football team, got that contract extension. And, man, I've been a big fan of yours for a long time, and hopefully we get to see some more special moments.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All righty.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
New Orleans Saints safety Tyrann Mathieu just signed a 2-year extension with the Saints, and it was announced today. And, man, Honey Badger, man, at LSU, good gracious.
And, man, he
tilled the field.
About him getting up there in age, man. He's played in every game the past 2 seasons.
No, availability.
Absolutely.
Charlie and I talked about it, man. You got to be available. And there every day, and he's working at his craft. And one day, who knows? I didn't get to ask him because I don't know if he'd want to go put in that many hours, but I think he'd be one hell of a coach one
Who wouldn't
day.
want to listen to him, right?
Yeah, because, man, his journey has not been the smoothest ride in the world, but you know what? You appreciate a guy being able to dust himself off and say, you know what? I'm a persevere, and that's exactly what Tyrann's done. So, man, we great to have Tyrann Mathieu join us here